Hello guys, my name is Stefan Emunds. I have pursued enlightenment for more than 40 years. For that purpose I studied tarot, Kabbalah, alchemy and astrology. I have a blog dedicated to practical enlightenment. I also developed what I call enlightenment psychology, a form of psychology that takes the evolution of consciousness into consideration. For the past few years I have worked on a new tarot deck. I call it the Enlightenment Tarot. Although there are more than 2000 tarot decks out there, one particular type has been missing. Oversimplified, there are two types of tarot decks. Tarot decks that express the fancies and artistic talent of their authors, and traditional tarot decks that aid enlightenment. These tarot decks are designed according to the language of consciousness and proper symbolism. Famous examples of such decks are the Marseille and Rider-Waite tarot decks. Traditional tarot decks are better suited for tarot meditation and divination. Unfortunately, they usually lack artistic quality. See for yourself. On the left, you see the moon card of the Marseille tarot. On the right, you see the moon card of the Enlightenment Tarot. The Enlightenment Tarot conforms to the language of consciousness and displays proper symbolism, but the digital illustrations give the cards a real, or rather dreamlike feel. This makes it easier for the mind to enter a mood suitable for tarot meditation or tarot reading. The problem of unstructured tarot card meanings. In principle, tarot cards represent two things: a faculty of consciousness and an experience. The faculty of consciousness, illustrated by the Fool, is the life power, and the corresponding experience is bliss. We can use faculties of consciousness constructively and destructively. This produces favorable and adverse experiences. And this gives us 5 to 7 basic meanings for each tarot card. First, the faculty of consciousness it represents. Second, the constructive use of the faculty. Third, the destructive use of the faculty. Fourth, a favorable experience, internal or external. And an adverse experience, internal or external. Most articles and books on the meanings of tarot cards don't make this distinction. The result is a fragmented mess of meanings. Here's a set of meanings of the Hierophant taken from the internet. Intuition, teaching, inspiration, marriage, alliance, and a voluntarily invoked occult force. Intuition is the corresponding faculty of consciousness. Teaching and inspiration are favorable internal experiences. A marriage is a favorable external experience. So is an alliance. Adverse experiences aren't mentioned. Voluntarily invoked occult force does not indicate the Hierophant's particular faculty of consciousness, which is intuition. Also, the constructive and destructive uses of this faculty aren't mentioned. Do you see the problem? Even when you trace back the meanings of tarot cards to Arthur Edward Waite, Aleister Crowley and the Golden Dawn, you will find that you're looking at a fragmented and unfinished work. What makes matters worse is that the meanings of tarot cards are derived from two independent methods, which are then lumped together. The first method derives the meanings of the tarot cards from their positions on the tree of life. The second from their astrological associations. The first set of meanings caters to tarot meditations, the second to tarot readings or divination. Lumping them together adds to the confusion. With the Enlightenment Tarot, I will attempt arriving at a structured and complete overview of the meanings of each tarot card. Likely this effort will continue after the Enlightenment Tarot goes public for the first time. If you want to participate in this undertaking, please head over to the Enlightenment Tarot website and subscribe to join the discussion. You can find the link in the video description. To publish a tarot deck is not an easy undertaking and I need funding. For that reason, I will launch a few Kickstarter campaigns. The first Kickstarter campaign will be a metal poster of the Hermit. You can find the link to the campaign in the video description. other Kickstarter campaigns that will follow this year, subject to change. The second magnet-mounted metal poster of a tarot card selected through a poll. A pocket deck of the major arcana with traditional titles, and a pocket deck of the major arcana with the titles that show the powers of consciousness, which are suited for meditation and psychological work. And the Augmented Reality Tarot, which is a book that focuses on the principal experiences tarot cards represent and shows how to use tarot to practice the art of experiencing, which is the art of karma. And then the main campaign, the full 78 card Enlightenment Tarot deck. The deck comes with a manual that presents a complete and structured overview of the meanings of the tarot cards and takes the position of the tarot cards on the Tree of Life into consideration. Last but not least, a book on how to use tarot to overcome depression. I hope I could pique your interest and tempted you to join the funding. Love and light.